Hello, my name is Marissa Blankenship and I'm with the Roanoke Public Libraries. For week 6 of our summer reading program, I'm going to show you how you can make a pen or pencil case using objects you have around the house. So the first thing you'll need is, if you look in your summer reading program kit, you should have a template for how to do this craft. If you don't, we will also post a link to it on our website and you can print it out at home or stop by a library and we'll print one for you. The next thing you'll need is a cereal box. I've already taken mine and cut it into 2 halves. So if you haven't already done that, take a minute please and go ahead and take your cereal box and cut it in half. And the way you want to do it is you should have the front and the back and then cut along where normally the sides would be. So cut along one side and then it will split it in half. Obviously for that you will need scissors. You will also need some Scotch tape. I recommend pen and pencil. And then you will also need what's called a scoring tool. So that's basically just like an object you can use to help sharpen out the places where you're going to fold. So the template recommends a bent paper clip, or I took one of these binder clips. That should work as well. So once you've cut your box in half, the next thing you're going to do is to take one of the halves and set it aside. So I'm going to take this one and put it out of the shot for now. And then you take your template and you're going to lie it down on the paper, or on the box, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to angle this a little bit more. There we go. So you can see I've laid it down on the box here. And what you're going to do is trace and cut along the outside of it. So I am just tracing along the outside of the template, and depending on your cereal box, there might be plenty of room on the box itself in the big flat part, but on other boxes, if they're smaller, you might have to draw on this kind of bent side area, and that's totally okay as well. Just depends on what kind of box you're using. Almost done tracing. Whoops. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect, so the straighter the lines here, the better. And then once you've done the outline, so my outline looks like this, you can see where I slipped a little bit. You want to hold the template beside it, and there are these areas where there are some dotted lines, and you want to recreate those dotted lines on your outline here. So to kind of approximate where they would be. So there'd be one here. Again, try to make them straight. I might actually use the template to help with that. I am really bad at drawing straight lines. And so that's one. And then the second one will be about here. So same thing, I'm going to draw those lines. And then also at the bottom, there's one along this fold here. And then one a little bit farther down. And then, so this is what I have so far. So I have some dotted lines there and dotted lines there. And the next ones are going to be right about here. Kind of feel like a weatherman trying to point at something with the phone in selfie mode. Those dotted lines. And then go just a little bit in from the loop here. From the curve, there we go. So now I've added these 2 vertical sets as well. Oops. And then the next 2 are a little bit trickier because you want to put one, indicate the first spot right before the line kind of slants. You want to put one there, and then the next one is in a little bit, so I'm going to start it there. Do those real quick. You know what, I kind of messed that one up, so I'm going to fix it real quick and do another line a little bit farther in. I think my line strayed a little bit, and that's okay. That's why pencils have erasers. And the spots where you're doing the dotted lines are going to be the inside anyway, so no one will see it. Although you could, if you wanted, instead of having the cereal part as the outside, you could actually decorate the interior cardboard part if you want. Okay, so now we've done step 1 and 2, and I actually forgot to cut out the template. I should have done that earlier, but it doesn't really matter. I find it a little easier to actually have done the dotted lines while it's still on the box. It's just a little more room here. So now I'm going to take a second and cut out my template. I would also recommend, based on some trial and error when I was attempting this craft before, to look for cardboard boxes that are a little bit thinner. I initially tried to do this with like an organic granola box, and the box was a little thick, which made it hard to cut out and then also kind of hard to fold. So I am hoping this Honey Nut Cheerios box will be a little bit easier, and I think it will be. So I'm cutting out along the outside lines right now. Again, if you are doing this with a kid, I recommend, with a younger child especially, I recommend that this is a part that the adult does, because as you can see, I'm an adult and I'm struggling as well. So you might want to leave this in the hands of a grown-up. Maybe I should have another adult do this, but you know, we learn as we go along. Slant there. I'm just going to do this real quick to get this out of my way. Don't need it anymore. So I'm getting there. I'm not quite along the lines, but I can always come back later and clean that up a little bit if I need to. I'm also not the handiest individual, so it's possible that a craftier person would do this in like 2 seconds, but we all have our strengths and weaknesses. So now I have cut it out. As you can see, I have these lines here and here, and then I have the 2 sets of vertical lines here. And then what you want to do now is use your scoring tool, and this is a little bit tricky, but all of these dotted lines mark where you're going to make a fold. So I found that it kind of helps to do a preliminary first fold and then come along with your scoring tool and kind of press on the line just to make that spot in the cardboard a little more malleable. So I'm going to pause this while I do that because it's going to take a few minutes. One of the other items that this recommends is like a butter knife. That could work as well. Might be a little bit better actually than this bent paper clip. But again, if you're using something like a butter knife or a bent paper clip, please closely supervise your children or perhaps do it yourself. So I'm going to pause this real quick and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back now. I spent a couple of minutes using my scoring tool to make it a little easier to fold along the dotted lines. And I am happy to report that this Honey Nut Cheerios box, or it used to be Honey Nut Cheerios box, is definitely easier to fold than the granola box I first attempted this with. So that's a plus. So definitely pay attention to the thickness of your cardboard box. And then what you're going to do is fold up along each of these lines. There, to the top already, and then across the little line, and the next line, and then the inside, and then this will be the cover. So now you should be able to fold your box up well, and if you cut it precisely, which it looks like I didn't, so I might have to make a few adjustments, you will be able to fold it around, oops, I forgot the bottom, around like this, so you can seal it with some tape, and then close it up. This also recommends a hook and loop fastener. I don't personally have one of those. It also talks about using some Velcro. If you really wanted to get fancy, you could use those. But I'm going to pause this for a minute and get my tape, and you will see then what this looks like when it's done. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken a piece of tape and I've stuck it on the inside bottom here. So now you can see this is starting to look like something you could actually put a pen or pencil in. And now I'm going to take some tape and run it along the outside here. You could also use some glue if you have some, if you're totally confident about your folds. I don't feel like I cut this maybe as precisely as I should, so I'm not going to glue it right now, but if you feel good about yours, you totally could. So I'm going to go ahead and tape along here and be back in a sec. So what I've ended up doing is actually folding some tape and rolling it lengthwise up the side here. And what I'm going to do, just because of the way I ended up cutting my box, is folding the outside tab over it. So I might need to finagle that tape a little bit. I might have put it too far. Yep, I did. But there we go. And pop that in. I'm going to put a couple more pieces of tape on the bottom to reinforce it. But then what you end up with is a pencil case. So again, you can either do it this way so that the outside of the box becomes your case. And then I'll put it in this way. Voila, pencil case. You can get like the instruction set, a little piece of Velcro, a little piece of tape, and close this up. Or you could do it so that the inside of the box is the outside, and then you could actually decorate your own, which might be cooler. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this craft. If you complete this, please post a picture below, and we would love to see the pencil cases you make out of your cereal boxes at home. Thanks so much. Have a great day.